Imagine there's a specific part of your brain that acts as a direct line to God, a bridge between the divine and the human experience. Though still a mystery to science, this part of the brain could hold the answers to how we connect with something greater. Recent advances in neuroscience reveal that our brains are incredibly adaptable, constantly changing and reshaping neural pathways, which opens the door to profound transformation in the way we think and live. Our brains link the realms of the spiritual and the rational, and it is believed that this connection may allow divine guidance to flow into our thoughts and decisions, subtly influencing our path. But what impact does this divine connection have on our day-to-day choices? Neuroscience has shown that we can rewire our own minds, create new neural pathways, and ultimately change our behavior. This groundbreaking realization challenges us to consider how the forces of faith and reason work together to shape our lives in unexpected ways. Prepare yourself for a revelation that could completely change how you see the connection between spirituality and science. The limbic system, often referred to as the emotional brain, is an intricate and powerful part of our mind that governs emotions, drives impulses, and even influences our choices. But here's the surprising twist. This region of the brain is also the stage where our most primal instincts clash with our capacity for rational decision-making. Picture yourself facing a difficult decision, where your emotions are pulling you in one direction while your logic insists on another. This internal tug-of-war is the limbic system in action, sending out strong signals that can often push us to act on impulse, disregarding the potential consequences. Emotions like anger, fear, or intense excitement can drive us to make choices we might later regret. Yet the good news is that we're not entirely at the mercy of these emotional surges. Recent studies suggest there is a specific part of the brain capable of regulating and balancing the limbic system. And here's the most astonishing idea. Many believe that this very area is where God communicates with us, helping us make wiser, more balanced choices in life. How can we strengthen our divine connection and let it positively shape our emotions and decisions? The answer lies in neuroplasticity, our brain's incredible ability to adapt and forge new neural pathways throughout our lives. By embracing spiritual practices like prayer, meditation, and cultivating virtues, we can nurture the growth of these pathways, enhancing our ability to manage emotions and make choices that align with our higher selves. The human brain, shaped with divine precision, features the prefrontal cortex, the seat of our intellect, reasoning, and decision-making power. This region orchestrates our capacity for willpower and intention, guiding us through the impulses of I will, I want, I will not, and I do not want. Many believe that this is precisely where divine communication takes place, where God's influence helps us steer toward choices that align with our highest values. Barbara O'Neill, an Australian naturopath and speaker, introduced a concept called the 7 Laws of Mental Health, which offers a framework for restructuring how the brain functions. These laws emphasize that we have the power to change our thought patterns, an inspiring possibility for many. The first law is the law of cause and effect. Every action leads to a corresponding consequence. This means that our behaviors and choices directly influence our emotional and mental well-being. The second law is the law of choice, rooted in the I want aspect of our brain, located in the prefrontal cortex, the area often regarded as the guardian of our goals. This law highlights the autonomy we have in shaping our lives, showing how making conscious, empowered choices is crucial to maintaining mental health and fostering personal growth. The third law is the law of the effects of words, which emphasizes how the words we choose influence both ourselves and those around us. Positive language can uplift and nurture mental well-being, whereas negative language can undermine it. The fourth law is the law of the revelation of words, which reveals that our words are a reflection of our internal state. They serve as a window into our mental health, highlighting the connection between thoughts, language, and emotional well-being. The fifth law is the law of adaptation, pointing to the brain's remarkable ability to change and reshape itself, what we call neuroplasticity. This law underscores our capacity to adapt, whether in the face of challenges or opportunities. Interestingly, while this concept has roots in ancient wisdom, such as the biblical proverbs, modern medicine has only confirmed it in recent years. One such proverb, found in Proverbs 13:20, says, "Whoever walks with the wise becomes wise, but the companion of fools will suffer harm." This verse highlights the powerful influence of our environment and the people we surround ourselves with, shaping our ability to adapt and grow intellectually. The sixth law is the law of growth and decline, which reflects the idea that our mental abilities can either flourish or diminish over time, depending on our habits and behaviors. This law underscores the importance of engaging in mental exercises and activities that promote brain health and growth. The seventh and final law is the law of diversion, suggesting that when all hope seems lost in one area, the brain can redirect itself toward new, productive pursuits. This concept is often expressed in the saying, "When God closes a door, He opens a window." It highlights the power of resilience, encouraging us to shift our focus away from distressing situations and toward activities that foster positivity and personal growth. It's a testament to the mind's adaptability and its ability to find new paths when faced with obstacles. Every choice we make has immense power, not just over our present, but over our future. Each decision shapes the way our brain operates. When we try something new or change our routine, our brain forms new connections between neurons, creating pathways for communication and information flow. The more we repeat a particular thought or action, the stronger these neural pathways become. It's like training our brain, encouraging it to function in ways that promote happiness and health. The same principle applies to spirituality. When we choose to engage in practices like prayer, meditation, or reading sacred texts, we're actually strengthening the parts of our brain linked to peace, gratitude, and love. As these neural pathways grow stronger, feelings of positivity become more accessible, making them a larger part of our daily experience. On the flip side, we can also train our brains for negative emotions like anger, fear, or sadness. Dwelling on negative thoughts or constantly engaging in arguments wires the brain into these patterns, making negativity easier to access. This is why it's crucial to be mindful of our choices, even the small ones. Each decision is an opportunity to shape our brain towards being the best version of ourselves. When we bring together the insights of neuroscience and the wisdom of spirituality, we unlock an incredible power to transform our destiny. The theme of free will is central in theology and philosophy. Revelation 3:20 presents God as a gentleman who knocks on the door, waiting for permission to enter, a powerful symbol of how God never forces His presence upon us, but respects our choice to invite Him in. This illustrates the importance of human freedom, even in the face of global tragedies. God desires genuine voluntary love, not robotic compliance. Forced love is, after all, a violation of true freedom, and authentic love only exists where there is choice. This understanding also extends to our relationship with the divine. According to Isaiah 50 verse 4, the early hours of the morning are when we are most receptive to hear as the wise. To be open to this subtle communication, being well rested is key, underscoring the importance of a healthy sleep routine. Cultivating a connection with the divine, much like nurturing any meaningful relationship, requires dedication, attentive listening, and time spent sharing experiences and reflections. God has granted us the gift of choice, and one of the most empowering decisions we can make is to forgive. If we wait until we feel ready to forgive, we might never do it. Forgiveness, then, is not just a moral act. it's a strategic choice for our emotional and physical well-being. Research suggests it takes 21 days to form a new habit, 21 days of choosing a new path and letting the old one fade. Science is increasingly showing that the act of forgiveness has profound effects on the brain, cleansing and restoring its health. Like love, forgiveness is ultimately a choice, an act of liberation. When we understand how our brains function and recognize how our choices shape them, we gain the power to transform our lives. Every thought, every decision, every habit we build leaves an imprint on the brain, creating pathways that our thoughts instinctively follow over time. By nurturing and training our brains intentionally, we open the door to a deeper divine connection and unlock the potential within us.